The Harmony Station had been operational for 3 cycles now, a gleaming testament to interspecies cooperation orbiting the neutral moon of Kepler 442b. Darcy Martinez, the station's human logistics coordinator, shuffled through the main corridor with her usual morning companion, a steaming mug of coffee that she'd carefully prepared in the station's modest human quarters. The Zelthari cubs, 4 of them in total, watched her approach with their characteristic wide-eyed curiosity. They were the offspring of Ambassador Thelzar, sent to experience diplomatic life firsthand. Their fur rippled in shades of silver and blue, and their triple-jointed limbs gave them an almost musical grace as they moved. Darcy smiled at them, raising her mug in greeting. "Morning, little ones." Then it happened. The station's gravity stabilizer hiccuped just for a microsecond, but it was enough. The coffee leaped from her mug in a perfect arc, splashing across the polished floor in a dark brown puddle. A few drops spattered onto the wall panel nearby. "Ah, damn it," Darcy muttered, setting down her mug and reaching for the cleaning cloth at her belt. She never got the chance. The cub's fur instantly flashed to a brilliant crimson, the Zelthari color for absolute terror. The eldest, Kixtal, let out a piercing whistle that activated every emergency protocol within 100 meters. Alarms shrieked. Bulkhead doors began to slide shut. Atmosphere seals engaged with hydraulic hisses. "Chemical breach. Chemical breach!" Kixtal's translator crackled. "Unknown corrosive substance detected. Initiating evacuation protocols." The other cubs scattered in 4 different directions, each one triggering additional emergency beacons. Within seconds, the entire diplomatic wing of the station had gone into lockdown. Darcy stood frozen, cloth in hand, watching the chaos unfold with mounting horror and confusion. Ambassador Thelzar arrived first, his ceremonial robes billowing behind him as he actually sprinted down the corridor. His bodyguards flanked him, wearing full hazmat suits and wielding containment foams. "Where is the breach?" the ambassador demanded, his translator amplifying his voice to thunder level. "Where are my children?" Dad! Kixtal pointed a trembling limb at Darcy, or more specifically at the puddle near her feet. "The human. She released the acid. It's everywhere." Leon Hayes, the station's human engineer, came running from the opposite direction, his tool belt clanking against his hip. He took one look at the scene, Darcy standing sheepishly next to a coffee puddle surrounded by armed guards and panicking aliens, and stopped dead in his tracks. "Oh no," he said. "Not again. Again." Ambassador Thelzar's fur flashed yellow with confusion. "This has happened before?" Leon rubbed his face. "Ambassador, with respect, that's coffee. It's a human beverage. It's not dangerous. The guards didn't lower their foam dispensers. If anything, they aimed them more carefully. Not dangerous?" Thelzar's voice climbed an octave. "Young human, I have read the reports. Your species consumes a substance so chemically aggressive that it can dissolve organic matter. Contains compounds classified as poison by 17 different civilizations, and is served at temperatures that would be considered torture weapons under the Galactic Convention." Darcy finally found her voice. "Ambassador, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare the cubs. It's just, we drink this every morning." "It's harmless." "Harmless?" Kixtal squeaked from behind his father. "Mother says humans drink it to stay awake. That it stops their bodies from shutting down. What kind of species needs chemical stimulants just to function?" Leon and Darcy exchanged glances. "Okay, when you put it like that," Leon admitted. The station's AI, Area, chimed in helpfully. "For context, a standard human coffee contains approximately 95 milligrams of caffeine, a psychoactive stimulant that would be lethal to Zelthari physiology, at doses as low as 10 milligrams. The acidity level ranges from 4.85 to 510 pH, sufficient to cause chemical burns on Zelthari dermis. Serving temperature averages 82 degrees Celsius, which exceeds the Zelthari pain threshold by 34 degrees. The silence that followed was deafening. Ambassador Thelzar's fur cycled through several colors: shock white, thoughtful purple, and finally settling on a resigned gray. "So you're telling me," he said slowly, "that every morning I watch you humans poison yourselves with near-boiling acid. For pleasure?" "It's more complicated than that," Darcy said weakly. "Is it?" The ambassador gestured at the puddle. "My cubs initiated an emergency drill because they believed they were witnessing a chemical weapons attack." "Were they Wrong? Leon stepped forward, his hands raised in a placating gesture. Look, Ambassador. Yes, coffee would be dangerous to your people, but humans have been drinking it for thousands of years. Our biology is different. What's poison to you is, well, breakfast to us. The smallest cub, Nix's pell, peeked out from behind a support pillar. But why? Her voice was tiny, confused. Why would you hurt yourselves? Darcy knelt down, making herself less threatening. We don't see it as hurting ourselves, sweetheart. To us, it tastes good. It helps us think clearly. It's a comfort thing. Your species drinks acid for comfort. Thelzar seemed genuinely baffled now, his fur shifting to a pattern that suggested deep philosophical confusion. When you put it that way, we sound absolutely insane, Leon muttered. Arya chimed in again. Humans also consume capsaicin for pleasure, a compound explicitly designed by plants as a defense mechanism. They seek out pain receptors activation as a recreational activity. They voluntarily enter environments with dangerous predators for fun. Arya, you're not helping, both humans said in unison. The ambassador stared at them for a long moment. Then he began to laugh, a strange chittering sound that made his fur ripple like water. Do you know what we call your species in our language? The ones who should not be. We thought it was because you came from a death world, but now I wonder if it's because you choose to live like you're still there. He turned to his cubs, his color shifting to a warm orange, humor and affection. Let this be a lesson, children. Humans are our allies, but they are not like us. They drink poison for breakfast, they laugh at danger, and they apologize for it afterward. He looked back at Darcy with something that might have been respect. Perhaps that's why they survive. The lockdown alarms finally shut off. The guards lowered their weapons. Life on Harmony Station began returning to normal. Darcy picked up her empty mug with a sheepish grin. So, anyone want to try some? I promise I'll dilute it first. The cubs fled shrieking down the corridor, their fur flashing alarm red once again. Leon laughed. You're terrible. I know, Darcy said. But tomorrow I'm switching to tea. Apparently coffee is a diplomatic incident waiting to happen. From down the hall they heard Ambassador Thelzar's voice. Arya, please add human beverages to the hazardous materials database. Classification: psychological warfare. The humans looked at each other and shrugged. Just another morning on the station where humanity had to explain why they were, quite literally, humanity.